Once upon a time, in a world where everyone was constantly glued to their screens, there lived a woman named Linda. Linda was the kind of person who could multitask like a pro. She could text, email, and eat a burrito all while walking her dog. But when it came to meditation, she was convinced it was just not for her.
Meditation? That's for people who have time to sit around and do nothing.
Linda would say, scoffing at the idea.
I can't even sit through a movie without checking my phone. How am I supposed to sit still and think about nothing?
One day, Linda's friend Raj, who had recently become a meditation enthusiast, decided to intervene.
Linda, you are thinking about meditation all wrong.
Raj said, sipping his kale smoothie.
It's not about clearing your mind or becoming a Zen master overnight. It's about giving your brain a tiny vacation, like a spa day for your thoughts.
Linda raised an eyebrow.
A spa day for my thoughts? That sounds like something you'd see on a fancy Instagram post.
Raj laughed.
Okay, fair point. But hear me out. You don't have to start with an hour of chanting or sitting in lotus position. You can start with just 1 minute. 1 minute of focusing on your breath. That's it.
Linda sighed.
1 minute? I can barely focus on my breath for 10 seconds before I start thinking about what to make for dinner.
That's totally normal.
Raj exclaimed.
The point isn't to stop thinking altogether. It's to notice when your mind wanders and gently bring it back to your breath. It's like training a puppy. You don't get mad at the puppy for wandering off. You just guide it back.
Linda chuckled.
So, my mind is a puppy now?
Exactly.
Raj said, grinning.
And just like a puppy, it gets better with practice. Here, try it with me right now. Just 1 minute.
Reluctantly, Linda agreed. She closed her eyes and took a deep breath. Almost immediately, her mind started racing.
Did I turn off the stove? What's that weird noise? I should really call my mum.
Notice the thoughts.
Raj whispered.
And then let them go. Bring your attention back to your breath.
Linda took another deep breath. This time, she managed to focus for a whole 15 seconds before her mind wandered again. But instead of getting frustrated, she laughed.
Okay, this is harder than it looks.
That's the beauty of it.
Raj said.
It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up and trying. Even if you only manage to focus for a few seconds, that's a win.
Over the next few weeks, Linda decided to give this mind puppy training a real shot. She started with 1 minute a day, then gradually worked her way up to 5. Some days were easier than others. On particularly stressful days, her mind felt more like a hyperactive squirrel than a puppy. But she kept at it, reminding herself that it was okay to not be perfect. One day, after a particularly hectic morning, Linda found herself sitting at her desk, feeling overwhelmed. Without even thinking, she closed her eyes and took a deep breath. For a full minute, she focused on her breathing, letting the chaos of the day melt away. When she opened her eyes, she felt a sense of calm she hadn't experienced in a long time.
Wow.
She thought.
Maybe I can meditate.
From that day on, Linda became a meditation advocate, sharing her journey with anyone who would listen. She even started a blog called Meditation for the Rest of Us, where she shared tips, tricks, and hilarious anecdotes about her mind puppy adventures. And so, Linda discovered that meditation wasn't about being perfect or achieving some unattainable state of enlightenment. It was about taking a moment to pause, breathe, and give herself a little grace. And if a busy, burrito-loving, multitasking queen like Linda could do it, anyone could.